Welcome to a new era, where the future meets the past.
Finland is not real.
Above and beyond.
Helen Keller was a fraud.
Beyond.
It's never too early for Christmas.
There's a new place.
Grandma always says you need a lemon tree.
And a new time.
Temperature isn't real.
Perhaps the right place.
Lost my penis in the early 90s.
Right place, then the right time. Discovery awaits. Right time. Right place, right time.
I'm already
Hold,
hating.
quiet up. Listen down. Scratch that.
Reverse it.
Reverse it. Hey, who am I?
Timothy Chalamet.
What?
Not Willy Wonka.
No, not Willy Wonka. It's Timothy
Tim.
Chalamet in Willy Wonka attire. Yeah. Yeah, you're not fooling anyone, bud. Okay?
It's not very promising, I
No.
gotta say. Not at all.
I'm a big Gene Wilder fan.
Oh, absolutely.
Johnny Depp was an interesting take.
His was
I'll just say that.
interesting. It was so far from the original that it's
Yeah.
almost like a different character. You could give
Yeah,
it that.
like it's not canon.
It's not canon. And it's like, oh, that's Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka. With Timothy Chalamet, it's like, that's just Timothy wearing a top hat.
Yeah. You know what's weird? His Chalamet's, his Wonka,
Yes.
it feels like, because, again, from his acting that we've seen, he's mostly in, he's mostly in, like, serious stuff, kind of drama, maybe a couple quips, but mostly serious. And it took that kind of actor and said, hey, be, like, whimsical, be fun, be Wonka.
Yeah.
So then you get, quiet up,
Quiet up.
listen down.
Listen down.
Scratch that, reverse it. No,
Scratch
dude,
that.
then no.
Reverse it.
Gosh, that
He's saying
delivery,
it
the
so, yeah.
delivery is terrible.
I think I told you, it sounds like he's trying way too hard, but also like barely at the same time. It's a weird mix of like he's just talking like himself.
Yeah.
Another thing that
too
I feel like
promising.
a lot of people like. I watched the entire trailer
Yeah,
twice.
me too. Yeah.
It seems very whimsical,
Sure.
very over the top, very like
The vibe they're going for.
whimsical, magical.
Yeah.
The original was a little whimsical, very mysterious, and not
Yeah.
magical. It was more like science based, you know? Kind of
Yeah.
almost steampunk, if you know. There was a whimsicalness
Sure.
to that, but it wasn't like magic. It was
They-
like, oh, me and my boys are cranking out these cool machines. Also, check out this tunnel.
Yeah.
It freaked everybody out. There was
Yeah.
some like mystery about it.
It's kind of like they took Wonka and like tossed Harry Potter in.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
Which funny en-
Christmas. Like I'm getting it
Weirdly.
is releasing for Christmas, right?
It is, yeah.
They're definitely putting in like
Some snow.
snow. They're going for
Well-
that what's it called? Nutcracker magic vibes.
Yeah.
I was getting heavy. They're going for that Christmas magic.
I think that was in the trailer that like not the producers, but the makers of Harry Potter helped with this. So that makes sense.
And then
But like
the
the scene
creator
when
for-
he's like on top of the lit up dome building and he's
Yeah.
like flying while like holding the thing and that little girl's with him. Like I don't know. I guess we don't really have too much lore on Willy Wonka, but it doesn't feel like Wonka is all I guess I would say.
No, it doesn't. Because like I said, there's so much like mystery.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka's like mysterious.
Yeah.
There was that whole scene where he walked out pretending to have a limp, and then he's like, "Oh shoot,
Mm-hmm.
my cane got stuck. I guess I gotta play it off." But why was he pretending to have a limp in the first place?
Yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you what this movie won't capture. The first one, they had this song, like Pure Imagination. And that song, unironically, popped in my head today at work. And I was like, okay, well, now I have to listen to it to get
Yeah.
it out of my head. And I did, and it's a great song.
It is a great song.
And you know who's not going to make
Is it
that?
the only song in the?
I'm not, no. But I
probably-
think it might be the only one that Gene Wilder made. It was actually him. Timothy Chalamet is not going to make a song like that. I can
Timothy
assure you.
Chalamet is a rapper. Have you seen that old clip of him rapping?
You just reminded me. Okay. No. This is important. Folks, this is
big.
Big scoop. This
Breaking
was-
news.
Yeah,
Here
breaking
on the right
news.
place, right time about good old Timothy.
Yeah, this was an article that came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This is real.
Oh no.
Timothy Chalamet didn't have to audition for his Wonka role because the director had seen his high school rap videos and, quote, knew he could sing and dance. Yeah, maybe you should have
Well.
auditioned someone.
Yeah.
Or him, because I don't know if you would have liked what you saw. Like,
what kind of chocolate you want? You want white? You want dark? You
oh
want
my
nuts?
gosh. Yeah.
He was like,
It's weird. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that.
sorry, Timothy.
I
Hashtag not my Wonka.
Oh, here's what he said. Here's what
Timothy or
the director.
Okay.
And this is how you can tell where the direction of this movie's going. I knew from standing for Timmy Chalamet that he could sing and dance really well. So that's how he got his role.
Wait.
He's a stan. A Timothy. Or as he called him, Timmy Chalamet. He's a stan of Timmy. Yeah, that makes
The director.
The director.
is a self-proclaimed Timmy stan.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Quote, he was the only person in my mind who could do it. That's a bold quote.
Again,
seriously?
I'm going to say what we said last time. I feel like Tom Holland could have done a better job.
I would take a British Wonka over this Chalamet Wonka.
We know that Tom Holland can do the American accent.
That's true.
He's Spider-Man.
Yep.
He's got some whimsicalness as Spider-Man.
That's kind of crazy.
Right? I don't know.
To say that he was the only person. And
he didn't need to audition.
I didn't even see this part before. But it says that Paul King, the director of Wonka, said no one auditioned. But apparently there were reports that Warner Brothers considered Donald Glover, who is a better actor than Timothée Chalamet.
True.
Ryan Gosling. And
we could have had Wonka, except for that's literally me.
Could you imagine picking Timothée Chalamet over Ryan Gosling? In what world does that work? Because, like, could you imagine?
That's so sad.
Imagine Ken was Timmy Chalamet.
Dude,
it doesn't work.
That would have been incredible. Could you imagine the hype that would have been going on if a few weeks before Ryan Gosling stars in Barbie, we get a trailer of Wonka starring Ryan Gosling?
Yeah. I could see it. He has a little Gene Wilder look-alike.
He's got a little bit of that.
But here's the third person they considered. Ezra Miller.
Yeah. And that went...
Poor timing. Yeah, poor timing.
Down the hill real fast.
Poor timing. Yeah, so anyway, there's nothing left in that article.
Also,
but
isn't Willy Wonka based on a book? And in the book, didn't Wonka, like, travel to an island and kidnap the Oompa Loompas?
The Oompa Loompas.
Didn't he, like, enslave them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
are we going to see that in this movie?
No, remember he looks in the little jar.
Right, but where did he get that jar?
I don't know, but it seems like they're meeting for the first time there in that clip.
Yeah,
because he like plays the flute, plays the song. I don't know.
Also,
is
it just me, or did they make that Oompa Loompa way too small?
Yeah, no, that's not even. That Oompa Loompa's like Jiminy Cricket size, the
Oompa Loompas in the original, they're played by actual little people, so they're like what 3-4 feet tall.
Yeah,
this guy's standing on a jar on a desk. Who's like what 1.5 feet tall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
He's not that small.
Because then it's almost disrespectful.
I feel like it would be. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, so like you said, you're not gonna watch it.
I'm not.
I'll bite the bullet. I'll watch it. I'm intrigued. I'd like to see how it goes. I'll predict it now in July. I think I'm gonna end up giving it a 6.2 at the highest.
That's high.
I'm saying at the highest.
That's pretty high.
I don't see anything higher than that.
You are a lot less hateful than I am, so I can understand that. I'm way more harsh with my judgments.
Yeah, depending. So, I mean, I didn't like Indiana Jones.
Here's the thing with both of these. I hated it so much. I'm not even gonna watch it.
It hasn't even come out. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just not gonna.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
The hate runs deep in my heart. But dude,
wow.
I have been, because we've been on this Wonka talk.
I
looked more into the Snowpiercer Willy Wonka theory.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I told you a little bit about that, but I'm gonna try and go a little deeper into it because you've seen Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
But both the original Willy Wonka and Snowpiercer are about a group of people going room by room through whimsical, industrial...
Very different tones, though.
Very different tones. But I'm just saying, and as they progress each room, they lose a member of the group until eventually the singular man makes it to the end, where he learns it was all a setup for the mystery man who owned the place to pass it down to the person who made it. That's pretty similar.
Yeah.
Right?
Could just be borrowed plot.
Could be borrowed plot. Right?
Yeah.
Which, again, would be extremely borrowed because you got Willy Wonka. You got the W's everywhere. Willy Wonka. Boom, boom, boom. Branding. What's the guy's name in Snowpiercer who owns the train?
It's like Wilbur, right?
Wilfred.
Wilfred.
So what do you got? A bunch of big W's in a circle. Boom, boom, boom. Branding everywhere. How do we get our main characters to start this plot? Charlie gets a message in his chocolate, right?
Yeah.
The golden ticket.
Sure.
What is it for Snowpiercer? He gets a little message in his food. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of weird things. I think the biggest piece of evidence, though, is that these were, well, first of all, the theory goes deeper, saying that Wilfred is actually Charlie from the first movie, who, after he was given the chocolate factory, took the name Wonka as the apprentice and changed his first name to Wilfred. That way he could continue branding everything with a big W.
Okay.
And he grew up, what's Willy Wonka is all about? Food and transportation. Because remember, in the movie, there was all these weird things. Like, check out this creepy boat, or look at this weird thing powered by whatever, or how I could send things through TV. A lot about transportation.
Sure.
You get that. He continues with the food. Making food. Making transportation. Eventually, he's making so much money. He has they're going to cool down the earth, and he's like, I'm going to make a train to be self-sufficient. Not to mention, Willy Wonka's factory was completely self-sufficient. No one went in, no one went out. It was its own thing, just like the train is now. No one goes in, no one goes out. No one needs to. Anyway, if that were the case, you're like, where are the Oompa Loompas then, right? If this is the universe, where are the Oompa Loompas? One of the main plot points is that the people at the front of the train take the kids. Why? Well, it turns out, as Wilfred says himself, he says, the engine lasts forever, but not so all of its parts. This specific part recently went extinct. Therefore, we need to replace it with the only people that could fit, little children. And that's the end of my talk. Wilfred is Charlie. I'll send you the video. It's like 30 minutes long, but
yeah,
it's convincing. It's convincing.
I might be more convinced by the Pixar universe theory.
The Pixar universe?
That all the Pixar movies are connected. You've never seen that?
I have seen that, but those are just like loose references to each other. This would be like a logical conclusion where Charlie grows up. There's so many things that connect.
As logical as that.
Even more so. I've heard the Pixar theory and like, oh look, Boo has a toy.
No. There's a video as well. It's almost 30 minutes as well. I'll send it your way.
We'll have to trade.
Yeah.
Trade, come back next
week. Send
week.
him back, yeah. Yeah. That's bold. That's a bold theory.
It is bold, but the more I look into it, the more convincing it gets. And I just want to think it's true, because that's cool.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it very well could be.
I have another interesting Willy Wonka theory.
Okay.
The movie Wonka is going to suck.
That's it. That's more of like a fact, I feel. Yeah.
That's a theory you could get behind.
You know what won't suck? Deadpool 3. Let me tell you something. Okay?
I'm so excited.
Deadpool 3. I've read some plot leaks, supposed. I've seen a lot of pictures that have come out and all that. I'm pretty confident. So it's supposed to come out in May, which is very soon.
Wow.
They actually moved it up from like November to
next
May,
year
to May.
Wow.
But now that the actors are striking, it will no longer probably make that date, which sucks because it's going to push a lot of release dates back. But
that's all right.
Power to the people.
It gives me time to catch up on all these other movies that I haven't seen.
Right, there you go. Deadpool 3, I think will be the movie that will like put Marvel back on the map, because pretty much from what it's sounding like is it's very much going to be what everyone thought Multiverse of Madness was going to be.
Yeah.
Except it's going to be way cooler because it's led by Deadpool and Hugh Jackman, Logan. So like it's going to be way cooler.
Plus it's like self-referential, makes it so much more fun, and it doesn't take itself as seriously, so it could break so many more rules.
Right.
Super fun.
So there's this very famous comic run of Deadpool called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Goes around killing. And from the moment Deadpool 3 was announced, there were some YouTubers who said, I could see them doing Deadpool Kills the Fox Universe.
Because Disney bought Fox.
Right.
Right.
But was it going to be reality? I don't know. But then
the pictures.
We get this picture of Deadpool and Logan in front of this massive set where there's a crumbling 20th Century Fox logo in the background. And Jennifer Garner's Elektra's coming back.
Yep. So is the
Ben Affleck's Daredevil will be back. From the other plot leaks I've read, we will be getting Ian McKellen's Magneto, and Sir Patrick Stewart will be back.
Are we going to get their younger versions too?
There was an update recently that said no.
Ah, that would have been awesome.
But there's like so many other characters.
We are getting the original Fantastic Four, right?
Hope
So
so.
are we going to see Chris Evans in that
I mean, dude, that's like the
latex
dream.
again?
That's interesting that you focused on that part of it. Yeah, no, that's the hope. I think that there's also a potential. Apparently, there was this in the most recent rumor that Wanda is a big part of the story.
That would be cool.
Which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of cameos that very well could happen, and it makes sense. And they're involving the TVA from Loki,
Which also makes sense if you remember the end of Deadpool 2.
makes sense.
Where he uses time travel to mess everything up.
Exactly.
Including the real world, and he kills Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and
I just rewatched both those movies
They're great.
with my girlfriend because
oh, nice.
hearing all these things about the third one, I was like, well, let me get you caught up, all right?
Yeah. They're great.
They're incredible.
They're like
I
really.
didn't really like the second one.
No
but then
way.
rewatching it, I was like, this is great.
Oh
Why did
yeah,
I
I was
not like
gonna.
it the
I was
first
about
time?
to say, dude, the second one's fantastic. Yeah,
I had this weird. I was like, the first one was great. Second one was it was all right. And then I
Yeah.
rewatched it over the weekend.
No,
I was like,
it's-
no, this one's great too. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
The second one's great.
They're
It's-
both incredible.
It's really good. Yeah.
The first one still is better, but
You think so?
I do think so. Not like it's a huge thing, but you
Yeah.
know, it's just one of those things where you can match it, but you can't the third one I hope is gonna blow everything out of the water.
It could. I mean, dude, the yellow and blue suit.
Dude, it looks
Logan's got it on.
sick.
It looks really good.
How
And
long
I
did
think
it take us to get this yellow and blue suit? Like
23 years.
23 years.
Yeah. But I have a feeling
Yikes.
I'll put money on it. Those sleeves are going to get ripped off in a fight, or
I
he's
hope
going to
so.
do it himself. And I think we'll get the mask too.
Well, they're fighting, so
like-
I'm assuming
Yeah.
he's like evil Logan, and then he's gonna join the Deadpool gang. Sleeves are coming
See-
off. Good Logan, or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not evil and good, but like he's wearing the full suit during the fight. They get taken off, and then
Yeah. I think, yeah, there are a lot of ways this can go. I heard that. So you watched the Loki TV show, right?
Yes.
So I heard that area where they've been shooting, like on this beach, like where that 20th Century Fox logo and all that. I've been hearing that this is actually going to be in the Void. And that's where they'll also find some of these other characters.
That makes sense as to why the 20th Century Fox, because it got
pruned.
It got pruned.
Because there's this whole like story I've been seeing of like the TVA's been pruning some of these Fox characters because
they're no longer
they've been
canon.
messing with time themselves.
Right.
Like, so then 20th century, all that stuff. So that'll be pretty cool if that's true. That's just what I've been reading lately. So.
That would be so smart. And
Yeah.
if anyone could do it, Deadpool would do it. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the stuff Ryan Reynolds has already done in his other two movies.
Well, I was gonna
he could
say
pull it
that
off.
they're definitely this is
Is
about-
he directing it?
no, not directing it. Sean Levy, who made Free Guy with him, is directing it. But
So basically,
yeah,
yes, he is directing it.
right. I mean, like they're very much giving him a lot of creative control too, because
It's his thing.
it's his thing,
And everyone respects him for it.
his marketing is like unmatched. It's
Unbeatable.
It's almost like the same as like how much The Rock does stuff with his own movies. Ryan
worse.
Reynolds just like yes,
The Rock is
but
worse.
Ryan Reynolds just like it's his thing. He likes to do it how he does it. I mean, dude, he announced Hugh Jackman coming back in an Instagram video where he was like on the couch and,
And
he's
it
like, "Hey, you want to come back?"
Blew up on the internet.
And it blew up. So
Yeah.
they're doing it. They're doing it.
His marketing's hilarious.
That's great. Yeah.
Do you ever see his Mint Mobile ads?
Oh yeah.
So my brother has Mint Mobile,
Okay.
and for Christmas, because he has Mint Mobile, they sent him like a little Christmas card,
Oh.
and it had like a little thing saying thanks for being a part of Mint Mobile, and then it just had a picture of Ryan Reynolds just like with his arms crossed. It was like a little portrait.
Yeah.
And then it had a temporary tattoo of also just Ryan
no
Reynolds'
way.
face. There's just no context. It was like, oh, thanks for being a customer.
Yeah.
There's a little picture of Ryan.
Dude.
It made me laugh. He still has it. It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, you could argue Ryan Reynolds is one of those actors who, in any movie he's in, it's Ryan Reynolds doing this role, but it's on like the positive side of that argument because The Rock is the negative side.
The Rock is the negative.
Ryan Reynolds is like that positive of that.
And The
it's
Rock
just
somehow, with his grubby little fingers, is trying to grab at
a
Deadpool.
big
3.
grubby fingers.
His grubby big fingers. He's reaching for fame again, trying to grasp his way into
Dude's
Deadpool
trying
3.
to say, hey, let's cross over DC and Marvel.
I know Ryan Reynolds, and, you know, I'm literally Black Adam, so maybe me literally Black Adam can convince Ryan Reynolds to, you know, have some sort of crossover. Your movie failed, dude.
Yeah,
Let it go.
No, man.
Nobody cares.
No. That's...
And we still hate you.
Like, Black Adam can't cross over with Deadpool.
Did you watch Black Adam?
I did.
I didn't.
Yeah, you don't watch a lot of movies. Yeah, I did. I saw Black Adam. I actually saw Black Adam twice in theaters.
And it wasn't good either time.
No. It wasn't like...
I think
It wasn't on the same level as like Morbius. It actually definitely had its moments. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate was sick as hell.
I can imagine.
I forget his last name. I feel terrible, but I think his name is Aldrin or Aldris something as Hawkman. He was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkman killed it. Cyclone, she was all right. Atom Smasher was cool.
Mm-hmm.
So like it had its moments for sure, but
like,
Black Adam
himself,
specifically,
not good.
like yeah, it was. I mean, it was shot pretty well. I'd say the action scenes were really well done, but
It just was like
it was
mid.
okay. It was pretty generic.
Yeah.
The villain was lame. I mean, it's a villain. Okay, so The Rock, you know, he changed how characters work in that universe
To make himself the
to
hero.
fit his own story because
His egocentric story of
Yes.
him being the main character
because
and the hero.
Shazam, Black Adam, like the character was created as an antithesis to Shazam.
Yeah,
That's like
he's
the whole
Shazam's
point.
villain.
Right.
He's the Joker to Batman,
And-
right?
Kind of a little
Close.
bit, and he.
I guess he's more Reverse Flash to the Flash.
yeah. He's like he's the opposite.
Yeah.
And so then he rejected being in Shazam.
Yep.
Because he didn't want to, but then he wanted to fight Superman.
His own thing.
Yeah, he wanted his own movie. He wanted to fight Superman. He was like, I'm picking a fight with Supes. He was like, yeah, bro, but like that doesn't even make sense yet because we've never seen you. And then on top of that, the villain in his movie was Sabak, who is so Shazam. The letters Shazam are from like I guess it's like the 6 gods.
Right.
So Sabak was also this like name that was created to be like the 6 like most evil demons in the comics. But again, it's like so that was his villain. It was kind of lame. I mean, it is a real villain in the comics. It's just bless you. Had to cut.
Yikes.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, it was lame. Not the biggest, not that cool.
And now he's trying to somehow like grasp at more attention because it didn't do so good.
Yeah, I mean, he's already making Moana live action.
I thought that already was like
it's weird.
I can't believe he's already pushing. Is he still pushing for that? Because I heard him announce it.
It was greenlit, yeah.
And then it like kind of, I thought people kind of stuck it under the rug.
Oh, well, I mean, production hasn't like fully started yet. I think it's just that they're going to do it. Which,
crazy.
I don't think it'll ever even get close to the numbers Barbie will do.
I'm excited.
Let me tell you something.
I'm excited.
So I bought tickets today, not to Barbie yet, but to Oppenheimer.
Nice. Are you going to do the same day?
I wanted to. I was going to do opening day, right? But here's the thing. See, me being a cinephile, I want to see Oppenheimer 70 millimeter like Chris Nolan wants us to. And there's only certain theaters that are doing
intended.
it. The way it was intended. Yeah. So I wanted to do that, and it's not every theater that does that. There's only like a certain amount. So I was looking at tickets, and I found one, which is down south where I go a decent amount. Like literally sold out. Like
That's
every
insane.
seat. Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the 70 millimeter. So I bought tickets for Sunday's showing, and even then there were like 3 seats left. And I'm going with a friend, so I was able to get 2 there, and that was tough.
That's rough.
So I'm not gonna get to see that till Sunday. I'm tempted to see it early anyway and just watch that one on the big form later. But Barbie, I'll be there opening day.
Nice.
I think you and I should go in suits, like
Let's
the
do it.
Minions idea, but just to Barbie.
Dude, no, not even suits. We need just the freshest fit we could find. We got to look through like all of Ryan Gosling's like GQ things and do our own.
Or like his past fits from his movies.
Just, yeah, or dude, that's even better.
Like I could be him from Drive, and you could be him from Blade Runner.
Yes, we'll do something like that.
Yeah.
Or we just like, I mean, he's been doing a lot of different photo shoots for Barbie specifically. Maybe we just look at those different outfits and try to do the specific.
The Ken fits.
Ooh, dude,
Yeah.
I mean, some of the Ken fits do go hard. I gotta say.
Yeah, he was wearing like a sparkly silver jacket recently with like some sparkly silver shorts.
Goes crazy.
Goes hard.
Haven't seen it, but I do not doubt that he pulled it off.
He did
incredibly well.
He did a pretty cool photo shoot for GQ recently.
Is that the one where he's in the pool?
No,
Have you seen that one? One of the best photos of him I've ever seen. He's standing in a pool with like a blue suit on. He's wearing a full suit in like an Olympic swimming pool, and he's like holding the teacup and just incredible.
Yeah. It's such an odd context for a shot, but
it goes crazy.
So these two movies, I imagine, are going to be 10s out of 10.
I do not doubt it.
Having said that, I thought it might be kind of fun. Look through this year at the movies that have come out.
Yep.
Maybe rank them, rate them. I don't know. Now, I have a list here of only about 23 movies.
That's a lot.
You said that you think you've only seen 8 of them.
I've probably only seen 8. I didn't see the list, but just knowing how many movies I've actually seen this year.
Yep.
It's not that many.
So this was on IMDb, and it
for
had,
the top of this year, or just movies that came out.
So it was movies that have come out this year, but it was ranked by current popularity. I looked through the top 200.
Sheesh.
And this is what I got. There were
200 movies came out this year.
There were 8,000 entries.
So
there have been 8,000 movies.
These are the ones counting as movies.
Movies.
Just anything?
All movies. There are a lot of movies, man. But these are the ones that I recognized that I've seen. A couple that I haven't seen, I think. But overall, it's not a bad list, I think. First one, which was the most popular right now, is Indiana Jones. I think I already rated that, but I would maybe give it a 6. Maybe.
That seems high.
I'll take it back. I'll give it a 5.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good. It was pretty sad.
Here's the thing with the rating system, right?
Yeah.
It's broken. The 1 to 10 scale is broken.
It all is. Yeah.
Because 5 is supposed to be the middle.
Yep.
But everyone always says 7 is the middle just because they're trying to be nice.
They average it, yeah.
They average it. But 7's not the average.
But that's because a lot of movies aren't terrible. They're not even mid. They're still good. They're just not great. That's why people give them 7s.
Right, but that's what a 5 should be. A 5 should be like, it was I wouldn't think about it again.
Yeah. But see,
like it changed my life 0.
I haven't seen that many movies, at least this year, that I would say that, though. I would say 7s for a lot.
Okay. But even for like Indiana Jones.
No. Indiana Jones, I would give a 5. It was pretty mid. You didn't see it, so I guess by honorary extension, you can just assume a 5.
I already said 5.
Okay.
And you agreed with me.
So
I didn't even watch it.
There's another movie that's having a lot of controversy right now, Sound of Freedom.
I have not seen that. You already saw that?
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty hard movie. I'm not gonna really rate it, to be honest. I mean it's a pretty wild thing. That's pretty popular right now though. Getting a lot of marketing. No Hard Feelings is that new comedy out with Jennifer Lawrence.
I cannot believe it already came out.
It's pretty good.
I just heard you already saw that? Damn, dude, you watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I only heard a little bit about it and it was like controversial because like she's old and he's a kid or something.
Yeah. But it's pretty funny, I'd say.
Yeah, also like
for the most part. It's pretty Wait, what's up? What are we doing?
How old is he?
How old is he?
Yeah, in the movie.
I don't remember. I'll look it up.
Because if it's over 18, I don't care.
What if it's not?
Well, then that's a problem.
Yeah, he's 19.
Yeah, exactly. So how old is she? She's like 30 something.
I mean, yeah. I don't
Who
know.
cares?
It was fun. I
that's
might.
all that matters.
I might give it a 6.9. Yeah.
What?
Now this one I haven't seen because theaters stopped showing it very shortly after it was released, and I'm a little upset because I really wanted to see it. Asteroid City.
Wow! Didn't it just come out?
It came out, and within about a week and a half, the showtimes were like 3 showtimes, maybe at one theater, and it went out pretty quick. And I'm gonna be honest, I really wanted to see it. I'm not the biggest Wes Anderson fan, but I really would like this movie looked cool. So I don't know. So far, none of the movies I've listed are anywhere on a list of rankings that I'll give you, but
And I haven't seen them either.
you haven't seen any of these. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Incredible.
That
Incredible.
movie,
I would give it an 8.
An 8.
I would give it an 8. It's pretty
See,
high
that's
up there.
okay. Hold on, this is crazy. Your rating system's crazy. Then, if you're gonna give that an 8,
Yeah.
then
I'm saying it's really good.
right. So then you ideally would have like no 9s or 10s then, because Across the Spider-Verse was like really good.
It was really good, but again, I'm taking it down. It should be a 9, but it's an incomplete story. Depending on how the second movie does, I'll bump it up or bump it down.
Okay.
But right out the gate, it's a great start, so I'm giving it an 8. It's
Okay.
not broken.
Okay.
I'm making sense.
Okay. What do you give the first Spider-Verse movie?
That one would... I'd have to rewatch it. Gut reaction is I want to say a 9. Because it was just that good.
Are there any 10s in your book?
I watched it like 4 or 5 times in theaters.
Yeah.
Any 10s off the top of my head? Well, Oppenheimer and Barbie. No. I can't think of any off the top of my head. There definitely have been a few 10s out there.
Not
I
too
mean,
memorable.
I'm going to have to say the Lord of the Rings trilogy as a whole
Really
would have to be a 10.
overrated.
I'm going to kill you. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Life-changing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to rewatch some of the old movies that I idolized. Oh, the first Indiana Jones movie. That one.
That's a 10?
I think that's
Raiders?
a 10. I think Raiders is a 10.
It's pretty close. I wouldn't give it a 10, but
Maybe
it's
like
in
a
the 9s.
9.8, right?
It's pretty dang
really,
good.
It's really dang close.
Yeah. That one's really good. Yeah.
See, that's my ranking.
Okay.
Any recent movies that are 10s? I can't think of any. Puss in Boots is like a 9. Puss in Boots is like a 9.
Elemental. That's a 10. Now this one just came out actually a little early, and I have plans to see it tomorrow. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Okay. You need to please. I'm begging you. Send me just straight up like a Google Doc with a list of movies, because sometimes I get bored and I do watch movies late at night while I'm cleaning my room.
Okay.
Last night I stayed up until like 1 a.m.
Nice.
watching The Lorax.
Wait,
Just cause.
for the first time, or
No,
like
it was like my
okay.
second time.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh, turned it on, was organizing my clothes with The Lorax in the background.
Nice. It's vibes.
Right. So like, just send me some things that I can actually, because I do want to. I keep forgetting to watch the Mission Impossible series.
You've never seen them?
Not all of them. I've seen like 2 or 3 of them.
Oh,
Exactly.
bro.
And I always want to. I just keep forgetting. So like, I want a written document that I could put on my wall. That's just like, oh, I need some background. Oh, boom. Do that.
But
please.
can you pay attention to that?
Enough.
Oh, okay.
Plus, if I miss something, I could just like.
Dude, Mission Impossible is arguably the best action franchise to exist.
I think I've seen 3, 4, and 5.
3, 4, and 5.
I think so.
So, okay, well, Mission Impossible
Rogue-
3 is really good.
Rogue Nation is like 5, right?
Yeah. So it was
I saw
Ghost
that.
Protocol
I
was
saw
number
that.
4
I saw the one before. I saw Ghost Protocol.
with
I saw Rogue
Jeremy
Nation.
Renner.
Yes.
So, okay. So then there was Rogue Nation, and then Fallout. That's the most recent one. That one was fantastic.
That's the one in Tigerville. Have not seen that one.
Dude, that one's so great. Okay, so then this one already has raving reviews. A lot of people have said it's fantastic. Listen, man. Tom Cruise is dedicated to the sport.
Say, love him or hate him,
like,
he's
he's
committed to making good movies.
He's 100%, and that's why. Like I said, people say I look like him, and I mean, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
How many times have I accidentally asked you for like an autograph before you had to be like, nah, dude.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, my bad.
Or you're like, oh, Tom, sorry, Josiah.
exactly.
And I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah,
it happens.
It happens. No problem. I'm gonna.
Impossible to go in public with this guy.
Hey, it's a struggle, man. I'm sorry. I'll preemptively give it a 9.8.
I already could understand that.
So we'll give it that. The Flash. The Flash. Did you see The Flash?
I did not.
Okay, I don't think you've seen any of these movies
I've seen
except Spider-Verse. That's it.
Spider-Verse
so far.
is 1. I said I'd probably have seen 8. So
Yeah.
we're going to keep the counter on.
The Flash. I would give I'd give it a 6.5. The Flash was pretty generic, but it had its moments that were pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Ezra should be locked in prison, but he kind of killed it a little bit in the movie.
Yeah.
He had a pretty sincere, touching moment, like with his mom at the very end of the movie, and it was actually pretty good. Overall, it had its moments. It was okay. Probably one of DC's, the old DC's best, but 6.5. Extraction 2. Gosh, man, you are just a case.
I keep forgetting to watch the first one.
You haven't even seen the first one.
I have not seen
oh
the first
my
one.
gosh.
Yeah.
Extraction 2.
Put it
Great
on the
movie.
list.
I
I'm
will.
telling you, write me a list.
I got you. I'll send it to
Because
you.
when it comes time for me to like sit down, I'm like, oh, let me put on a movie to watch. I'm like, can't think of a single film ever. So I'm like, well,
Okay.
time to watch The Lorax, and or sometimes I go watch like just old
Yep.
Scooby-Doo movies.
Okay.
From when
Yeah,
I was a kid.
let's get you off that. We'll put you on some good movies. I'll send you a list. Extraction 1 was fantastic.
Yes.
The action was great. The second one was fantastic. 21-minute oneer.
That's insane.
That was pretty incredible. I still
yeah.
don't. I mean, here's the thing. I know that there was probably a cut or two
Dude, there most definitely was.
that they were able to like so sneakily get, probably because it was like a CG shot.
There was definitely cuts.
But it's still incredibly impressive because
that's fine.
like 90% of it is
Oh,
with people. So there was no cut.
you know another like what I would have to say is like another 9 movie.
What?
19 was it 14?
A 9 or a 10? 1917?
1917.
Chris Nolan's other movie?
Was that Christopher Nolan?
Oh no, he did Dunkirk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, 1917.
1917.
That's like a 9.5, 9.6.
Really? You think so?
That was a oneer movie. The entire movie is one take. It's beautiful.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Oh, that's a great one.
Not a 10 though.
Not a 10. It would almost, I think the only 10 out of 10 movie I'd have to say is The Passion of the Christ.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I can't say I've ever seen a perfect movie.
I'd give Dunkirk an 8.8. I'm sorry, 1917. I keep.
Yeah.
I give 1917 8.8.
8.8.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
What would
quite
you
a
give
9.
Dunkirk? I'd give that maybe like a 7.3.
Dunkirk.
Really good.
Yeah.
Harry Styles was in there for some
Yeah,
reason.
I'm not a big Harry Styles fan. Dunkirk, I'd give a 7.9.
Yeah.
7.9, maybe 8. Maybe.
Not as good as 1917. But it was entertaining.
No, not as good. Neither as good as Extraction 2. So far, no, you know what? Extraction 2 will be in a top 5 of these movies.
Okay.
And Mission Impossible I'll preemptively put up there, I think.
In the top 5.
Guardians 3.
Guardians 3 was incredible.
Guardians 3 was fantastic.
It was incredible.
I
was
might
perfect.
give that a 9. It's pretty dang good.
I'm trying to think of a reason not to give it a 9 because I feel like I'm giving out too
know.
many 9s right now.
Well,
But-
in context of this list so far, I feel like, okay, at the very least, it's got to be an 8.5.
Oh, it's a high 8
It's a high 8.
at the least. But I think in context of
see.
it being the final of a trilogy and being the perfect ending of this trilogy, it's a 9.
Yeah, dude.
It's a 9.
It wrapped things up. It was emotional. It was pretty, and it was funny.
And you got to give props to James Gunn for
Yeah.
doing what he did when other directors killed off some of his characters. So
Yeah.
props to him. He
made it work. Yeah, that was pretty great. And it's the best Marvel movie since No Way Home.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, I guess technically speaking, it's in Phase 5 now, but even in Phase 4, the only ones I liked were No Way Home and Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was great. I liked it.
Shang-Chi was all right. I'd say
enjoyed
No Way
it.
Home was better than Shang-Chi.
Yes, by
Yeah,
far
no
and
kidding.
away.
But Guardians, I would say don't even compare that to Shang-Chi.
No, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Because I think Shang-Chi came out before No Way Home.
Yeah,
So it's,
I like
that's what I'm saying, since No Way Home.
Since No Way Home.
Elemental, easily number 1 on my list. It's probably a 10.
Have you even seen it?
No,
Okay,
not yet.
that's what I thought.
John Wick 4.
Incredible.
John Wick 4
I
was,
loved it.
John Wick 4 was good.
It was really good.
John Wick 4 might be a 9 too. Dude, it was really good. I think it's the best one out of the 4.
I would have to. I think it was the longest one too.
It was, but it was
so.
it was
good.
the best.
Dude, it was
when
everything
they-
you could ever want from a John Wick film. They learned.
Yeah.
I think the ranking would have to be John Wick 4, John Wick
3 was
3.
good. 1, 2.
Wow,
Because here's the thing, they found a way to
really good.
they found a way to step up every movie with something, and in this one, I
think
loved
I'm
it.
gonna say 4,
But yeah,
3, 1, 2. No,
when they
2. I keep forgetting. Anyway,
stare
that
to
was
overhead shot
I lost
with
my
a dragon's
mind.
breath shotgun. Yeah,
I
that's
lost
cool.
my mind
That's cool. Like that works.
for that alone.
So
No matter
that was
what this movie would have been ranked, because of that scene, it goes up a point. So we're in the
good.
high 9s.
yeah, John Wick 4 definitely on my list as well for the top. Dungeons and Dragons.
See it.
I guess better than expected, but okay.
Would you ever play Dungeons and Dragons?
What?
Would you ever play the game?
No.
I think I told you I have this weird obsession where I'm like, oh, it sounds super fun, but I also don't care enough to actually do anything about it.
It's kind of a commitment. I mean,
It
you're
seems
going
like a
full
commitment.
role play, man.
It would be hilarious to try and like commit to a full day and be like, we're finishing it in this day, or we all die.
I don't know. I don't think that's normal. I'm pretty sure
I don't know. I think it's like over.
I met someone who played D&D once, and like they had a story one time that took like years.
That's called. Stop it. Stop it, dude. Do something else.
No, it just kept going. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Dungeons and Dragons, 6-9, maybe a 7. It was
I feel
okay.
like that's good because it's like a fun movie. Didn't see that.
The Covenant with Jake Gyllenhaal, Guy Ritchie's new movie.
The Covenant.
He's a soldier, and then they have this like Middle Eastern interpreter that's with them, and he saves his life. It's pretty good.
Wow.
That one was
didn't
good.
even know that
I
came
like that one. I might give that one a
watch it.
7-4.
All right.
Super Mario Bros.
I didn't see it.
What are we doing here?
I didn't see it.
What are we doing here?
Here's what happened.
You didn't see Super Mario Brothers.
I didn't. I was gonna see it with my brother, and then he watched it without me. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna go watch it with the rest of the family, and then they just have always been busy. Here's the thing. I need to stop trying to wait for other people. I need
Just
to
watch it.
because you watch alone, right?
No, I watched it with friends, but I do watch movies by myself.
Right.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
I don't. So I'm always like, oh, I'll go with like my family
Dude.
or my brother, and then someone always did like
Flakes out.
Spider-Verse. If
Yeah.
it wasn't for my brother, I wouldn't have watched Spider-Verse yet.
That's crazy.
Because I was like, oh, my family loved the movie. I'm gonna wait till my family's free, and then we're gonna all watch it together. And then my brother walked in. He's like, all right, guys, I'll see you. I'm like, oh, where are you going? He's like, I'm gonna go watch Spider-Verse. I'm like, without any of us? I was like, well, now you're gonna watch it with me. So then I went and I watched it.
You gotta try watching the movie by yourself sometime.
The
It's
only
fun.
movie I watched by myself was Joker.
Oh, okay, that's a red flag, I think. Jason, what do we think about that? Huh?
Yeah, that was weird. Anyway.
I mean, it's nice. It's a nice time. Super Mario Bros, dude. I mean, I can't give it. It's a 9.
Wow.
It's at least a 9.
Wow.
At least.
That's crazy. That's good to hear.
That movie killed it. And again, this is what I'm saying is these all came out this year. I know it's July, but this is a good so far.
And people are writing articles like, why is Hollywood failing? It's like,
Dude,
it's not.
No, there are good movies.
There's a ton of good movies.
People just focus on the flops. That's the problem.
Yeah, on the blockbusters that flop
Yeah.
because they were only cash grabs to begin with.
When you, dude, Indiana Jones spent almost $500 million
That's crazy.
on marketing and the movie. Super Mario Bros. I'll give it a. I can't give it as high as John Wick, so I'll give it a 9 flat.
Okay.
But it was really dang good. Fast X. Oof. Oh, all about family.
I have not seen any of the Fast movies.
Oh my goodness,
Dude, it
What are
seems
we
like
doing
too
here?
much of a commitment.
Oh, it's fun, dude. It's a fun time. It's
That's
Vin Diesel. Now you got John Cena in the universe.
and The Rock.
No. The Rock is actually cool in these.
Okay.
I'm telling you, he's actually cool because he just gets to be the cool Rock. It's sick. He just gets to shoot people as the Rock.
That's
It's
sick.
cool. So he's all right. But Fast X, I don't even want to really give it a rating. It was just crazy, but it was definitely better than 8 and 9. 8 and 9 were terrible. 7 was good.
Okay.
7 was really good. 7 was the last one that Paul Walker was in.
I'm going to have to hunker down with a giant bag of Takis and just power through a few of these movies.
Well, here's the thing. So like Tokyo Drift, I feel like a lot of people say that one was the best. I would tell you that Fast 5 is really fun and really, really, really good. 6 is okay, but my personal favorites are 5 and 7. and probably Tokyo Drift. But 5 and 7 are great. 8 and 9 are not.
Okay.
I told you in 9 they go to space. They literally drive. They drive to space. So do with that what you will.
All right.
I showed you the clip in number 8. The Rock re-navigates a torpedo with his bare hand.
What is going on? I
So-
feel like it's just real life. It's like live action anime at that point with all this random stuff they're doing.
I think they're just very self-aware at this point. They're like, we can just do whatever, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So Fast X, that was whatever. Ant-Man 3: Quantumania.
One of those movies that I didn't see on purpose because I knew I wasn't going to have a good time.
You didn't watch it?
No.
I think you've seen one movie of this list so far,
I've seen
and that was John
3.
Wick.
John
Which
Wick,
one?
Spider-Verse, Guardians.
Oh, okay.
I've seen 3.
Dude, okay, hold on.
Are we done with the list?
No, not
Okay.
yet. Ant-Man 3, I wrote this in my review too. I wrote a review for it. Vastly overhated. Ant-Man 3 doesn't deserve the hate it got. It wasn't great. And it definitely wasn't a 9. It wasn't an 8. It was a 7.5 to me.
Really?
It was still decent. I liked
I have
it.
to watch it just to
Here's the thing.
combat that because I feel like that can't be the case.
Kang the Conqueror was fantastic. Jonathan Majors' first appearance as Kang was awesome.
I don't
Loved
disagree.
it. Loved it.
But like with MODOK, you get to see MODOK's buttocks.
I liked MODOK. MODOK was funny. He was actually funny in the Marvel Universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU.
Okay.
He was funny. The issue where at times was the writing. That was a big thing. I think it was Jeff Loveness, I think.
Was it because the Writers Guild was that going on?
No.
Oh, so this was it was just bad writing.
He just wasn't too great. He had only
Alright.
done TV before he did Quantumania, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the same guy, Jeff Loveness. And the problem is he got tapped to help write the next Avengers. But then I think I heard that Feige dropped him after a while for Avengers. Anyway, the writing was not that great. I do think that Ant-Man is one of, I mean, I don't know if I can call him underrated, but he's one of the best characters in Marvel that they have.
I think so. I agree. He's really great, but
Ant-Man 1 was fantastic.
totally
Ant-Man
agree.
2 also overhated a little bit, in my
agree with
opinion.
that, but
Ant-Man
from what
2
I've
was
seen
great.
of the third one,
Yeah.
it just doesn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it wasn't great. It does have moments that aren't good. It isn't. There are definitely certain forgettable moments, but then I don't know. For me, there were also moments I liked, which is, I mean, if you want, I can read what I wrote. I'll read it to you on Letterboxd.
Let's see it.
This is what I wrote, and
maybe you'll convince me to watch it because there are some of movies on these lists which I do want to watch. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
But there are other movies like this one, which is on the list of I will never care enough to watch this.
I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Funny enough, I actually gave it a 7.5 way back then.
Wow.
So the review this was in February, said this was a fun sci-fi movie that didn't go without flaws, but definitely didn't deserve such a low rating from critics. Kang was fantastic in this film, not even on the same level as Thanos yet, though. Seeing Ant-Man's action scenes were really great, and some of the humor worked really well. Wasn't too big a fan of Cassie. That's the thing, his daughter. They recasted her, and here's the thing, Catherine Newton, if you're ever watching this, you're cool. Don't get it twisted. Like you're cool. It's just the writing wasn't that great.
I see.
But that was whatever. Wasn't too big a fan of Cassie, and it barely felt like Wasp. Yeah, Wasp almost non-existent in the movie. I'm not sure if this is actually the best out of the 3, but it's not the worst. I liked it overall. Maybe would give it around a 7.5. Vastly underrated so far, and excited for the next iteration of both Kang and Ant-Man. And I got 1 like on that review.
Wow.
So that's what I gave it. I guess I'll just put it there. But
Interesting.
that was that.
I'll
Whatever.
have to give it a watch, actually.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods. One of the few movies, and I'm almost embarrassed to say this because I almost feel like I owe it to do more. But one of the few movies that I didn't even finish.
Wow.
I just it just was bad.
You walked out of the theater?
No, I watched it streaming.
Okay.
HBO.
And then you just done.
It was bad.
Wow.
Very
Really?
bad.
Because the first one was good.
Yeah, I didn't mind the first one. The first one was actually pretty fun.
It was very fun.
This one was garbage.
The first one was like one of the best movies that DC had put out at that point.
At that point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. What bugged me about this was the humor. People want to complain about Marvel's humor. Watch this movie. It's not even funny. Literally 95% of it that's supposed to land is not funny. Zachary Levi tries way too hard to be funny and does not do well. And then what gets me is that Billy is supposed to be the same person as Shazam.
That was one of the biggest issues I had with the first movie. Even though it was great, I was like, Billy is so like serious, and then Shazam is so like lighthearted.
Kiddie. He's more kiddie than Billy.
Yeah,
and Billy's a kid.
That's the one thing that I noticed. I was like, why is Billy trying to act like an adult, but then when he's Shazam, he's like a child again?
Yep. So that was garbage. I might give that a 3.
Wow.
Ghosted. A comedy movie on Apple TV with Ana de Armas and Chris Evans.
I actually saw the trailers to that. I wanted to watch it, and it was like Apple TV, and I was like, well, I don't have that.
Not that good.
Bummer.
Not that good. It has a 5.9 on IMDb.
Sheesh.
Yeah, not that good. Wasn't a fan. Not even that funny to me.
Wow.
Whatever. That was kind of Creed 3. Here's the thing. I love the Creed trilogy. Big sucker for those movies. They're great. I love them. And Creed 3, I didn't know this, but I was on the list. This was very far down in the popularity. This was like in the 160s or something.
Everything I've heard about it was positive.
Yeah, the rating on IMDb is like in the 6s. I would give this maybe a 7.9, maybe an 8. It was great. No. I will give it an 8. It was killer. Dude, Michael B. Jordan was like fantastic,
we love
of course.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he's great. He killed it. And then Jonathan Majors as Damien. Oh, he killed it. He was great. His acting in that movie alone was like, for me, enough to be like, okay.
This is a good movie.
Yes, and I want to see just more of him. Like, as an actor. Like, he was fantastic. Loved it. The story was great, too, because the first two, you have Rocky in them.
Right.
Which I liked, but a lot of people might say, well, you're still, you're lending on that. So this was the first truly independent movie.
It was without him completely.
Rocky wasn't in it. It was all Creed's story.
All right.
Damien was an original character that's tied to Creed's past. None of it is related to Rocky, so it's its own thing. It was great. I loved it. I would give this an 8, maybe an 8 too.
Wow.
You haven't seen it, I'm assuming.
I have not seen it.
You've still only seen 3 of these. 65 with Adam Driver, the dinosaur sci-fi movie.
How are you watching all these movies? That's my question.
Here, I'm gonna tell you a plot. You tell me what you think it's about, okay? Adam Driver, 65 million years ago, goes to a planet, sees dinosaurs.
What do I think it's about? Time travel. I don't know. I'm assuming. Wait, he goes. Does he go back in time, or does he go to a different planet?
Yeah. See, so it's like. It's a weird. They're like they go to another planet,
which is back in time.
Yes, it's like, yeah.
Don't we have the Jurassic movies? What do we need this movie for?
It's Adam Driver.
True.
Now, this one. So I remember seeing posters for this. Mm-hmm. I remember hearing about it. Did not know that it already came out. And you might be surprised how low it's rated. So there's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I don't know if you know.
Oh,
that.
yeah. Blood and Honey.
Yeah. You know what the plot is? The synopsis.
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Have you watched it?
No. I watched a review on it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah. After Christopher Robin.
We should watch that together.
We could do that on your channel.
We should.
Slam me, yeah.
We should.
Christopher Robin abandons them for college. Pooh and Piglet embark on a bloody rampage as they search for a new source of food. You know what it's rated on IMDb?
What?
2.9.
Oh my gosh,
I was pretty surprised.
That is extremely low.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yikes.
That's my list. That's what I compiled.
Wow, I really only did see 3 of those.
You got to see some more movies.
I do need more movies.
Here's my list. I'm going to
screenshot that, send it to me.
Okay.
Do it just that.
My top 5 in no order. No order. Just
my
bundle
top of 5.
Just top 5. Creed 3, Super Mario Bros, John Wick 4, Guardians 3, Extraction 2.
Wow, Spider-Verse didn't even make it on.
Nope.
Wow. Why?
It's okay.
Really?
No, Spider-Verse was good, but I like all.
You just think the other
more.
ones are better?
I personally just like them more. Spider-Verse was really good, but it's not done yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, to me,
I mean, even I only gave it an 8. So
if you make it a part 1, that's fine. You can still wrap up a storyline while leaving there to be more in a part 1. But if you just leave it like dependent on a part 2 of like the story's not done, I don't know if I like that. The only exception I give for that is Infinity War.
But
and
I wouldn't even
then
count that because that had a full beginning, middle, and end.
That's what I'm
right?
saying. Even then, the reasoning is because hypothetically, if they wanted to end it there, they could have.
It could have been a standalone. They lose, done.
That could have been it.
It could have been it.
And
So,
then
yeah,
you do a movie
that's
later.
why I
but
wouldn't have counted that one.
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
I just don't like. I mean, it's a very cliffhanger ending, and it's like almost kind of cool, but it's not good enough for me to.
Yeah, if anything, it was more of a cliffhanger because the action was like just getting started.
Yes, well,
Still a great movie though.
arguably, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
that's my list for this year.
I have some homework I need to do.
You do, yeah. You need to see.
My goodness.
Watch some movies, man.
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube and I edit. That's
There you
all I
go.
do.
Yeah.
So I need other things.
Come back for our review of Barbie and Oppenheimer
Yes.
next week.
Next week.
Yeah.